Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching. Thank you for joining me today on my first live. Um, don't have a set agenda, but what I think I'd like to talk about is I've been getting a lot of positive feedback from a post I made on Threads about gaslighting. And I think it's important that we look at it from the standpoint of what are we doing to ourselves more than what other people are doing to us. So my quote that I posted on Threads this week is saying, "Stop gaslighting yourself. God forgive me for being my biggest enemy and blaming others or circumstances." And so let's take a quick um, understanding of what gaslighting is. Uh, it's a form of psychological, emotional manipulation where you're showing self-doubt and confusion in someone's mind. But in this instance, you're doing it to yourself. I think we have to be careful of our self-talk. Um, it's just crazy sometimes if you don't take control over your mind, where it can literally go down the rabbit hole and leave you not knowing if it's coming or going, if it's up or down, if it's day or night. I think it's incredible when you think about it. Uh, Whether or not you're doing to yourself what we claim others do to us on a daily basis. So I think we have to look at it very carefully because we always want to put things on other people and we don't want to put things on ourselves. And another thing we have to just constantly be careful of what I'm trying to be mindful of. Can't hear me? Uh-oh. What about now? Is that better? Can you hear me now? What about now? Uh-oh. It's showing us going live. Really? Huh. That's something. Oh, never had this issue before. Let's just, uh, can you hear me now? Is that better? Worse? So, testing, one, two. Can you hear me? Is it better? Okay. Let me try to start over for a quick minute because I'm not going to be before you long. What I was trying to talk about today is a quote that's been sitting in my spirit all day, all week actually, that I put on Threads, and let me read it word for word here. Stop gaslighting yourself. God, forgive me for being my biggest enemy and blaming others or circumstances. So that hit me some kind of way when it came to mind of, you know, what am I doing to myself? Because you tend to blame others, you tend to blame circumstances, this happened or this didn't happen, um, this person came through or this other person didn't come through. And it's all about taking responsibility for yourself, for your decisions, for your actions. And even when you don't have it coming into yourself, when you're not totally at fault, still taking responsibility. That's a key thing. You may not be at fault, but you are responsible for how you react, how you accept responsibility for the things that you can control, for the things that you can do. I think as Black women, we take on a lot of responsibility for we take on the fault, and we don't handle our responsibilities the way we should. And so then we end up in constant conflict or we end up stressed out. And that's just not healthy for us. It's not healthy for our families. It's not healthy for our community. Um, we need to be responsible, but we don't need to be at fault. We need to take that S off our chest. We are not superwoman. We are great in each season of our lives, but we can't, I guess, for lack of a better word, we can't say that, hey, I'm going to do it all, and I'm going to do it all at one time. You just got to be best in the season that you're in. Don't take on any more, and don't put off anything less. Uh, I guess the only other thing that I think we could chit chat about a little bit today is I've been watching this controversy with Caitlin Clark and all the basketball player for the Indiana Fever for the Women's League, WNBA, and how all these Black players are giving her a lot of flack, and a lot of people are, just being mean and derogatory to her. And I feel like that's a double-edged sword because as a Black woman, we should have sympathy for Caitlin Clark because she's doing something in a field where right now she's a big minority. So she's getting a taste of how it feels to be a Black woman in America, where everyone is coming after her, fair or unfair. And but at the same time, we as Black women need to understand that we can't perpetuate the anger and the hurt that's been done to us on the other people. That makes us no better than them. I mean, we have to be honest. Caitlin Fox is really good at what she does, and she's put in the work, and she's done it, and she's thriving. And we as Black women, we do the same thing every day. We put in the work. We have to be 120% better just to be seen as competent. And it's not fair, but nothing in life is. So why should we worry about this when it comes to Peyton Clark? Do the work and the success will come. It's crazy that we're attacking her and treating her like the world treats us. And I don't understand why we want to perpetuate for someone else things that are being done to us. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of basketball. And yes, she's gotten a little cocky and stuff like that, but you have to be confident. You just have to be confident to get anywhere in this world. You have to be the first. You have to be your first fan. If you're not your own first fan, you can't expect other people to be a fan of you. And you shouldn't get mad when they're not a fan of you. And it just amazes me that all these sisters who are doing their thing, who got their own game, are worried about what she's getting. When has the world ever been fair to melanated women, especially black women? Because what I like to think of is in terms of, I have this other analogy of, or or philosophy, as you say, if we look in terms of world history, at least in the way it's documented, you have white males being first, right? And then you have melanated men coming in second. You have uh, women of other white women coming in third. You have non African related women coming in fourth. And at the bottom, you have black women. And that's how the world treats us. That's how the world sees us. But we need to see ourselves that we are not the bottom, we are the foundation. Because everything that has happened sprouts out from our foundation. And if you know your history, you'll know that everywhere we go, things grow. But we need to know that. We need to take control over who we are, what we see, what we believe in, and we have to believe in ourselves first. I can't ask you to believe in my business if I don't believe in my business. I can't ask you to read a book if I wrote a book and I don't believe in the words that I put on the page. You can't do it. We have to be, we have to understand where we stand, who we are, whose we are, especially for those women of faith. You have to understand that with God, all things are possible, but it has to be according to His will, not yours, because it bugs me. Um, there's this saying that people are using more recently about the truth. You know, it's your truth, my truth, her truth, his truth. No, there's one truth. Now, you might have a view, and I might have a view of how I see things, but truth is universal. Truth is never personal. Uh, and so we have to understand that, and we have to walk it out and live it. In a way, I see black women and also see people of faith, of Christian faith. We all got to come out the closet and be proud of who we are and walk in it. Everybody's going to have an opinion. That's all right. The truth is the truth, and the truth never changes. So um, that's kind of the commentary I got coming out today. Um, I don't know if anybody out there has any questions or want to sit chat a little more, but I wanted to get my feet wet today, going live, and I hope I said something that helped or gave you at least food for thought for yourself, so that you can take your own responsibility and go forward and have an amazing day and hopefully an amazing week. So this is me signing off. Having, but I'll be back and we'll chat a little more. Have a great day.